everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building a floating eco tiny house in Glimmerbrook on what I think is a 40 by 30. I'm pretty sure it's a 40 by 30. So I know that this house seems a little bit not necessarily like it fits into this area that well, but I really want it forest like surroundings because I like the evergreens with the more modern looking kind of houses. So that's what I wanted to go for, and I hope you guys will like this house. I did mention some days ago that I wanted to do a floating house, so I decided to go ahead and do it. And here you guys have it. I hope you will like it. And yeah, it's basically only for 1 or 2 Sims. There is a living room area and also a kitchen and everything else they should need. There is even a grill on the back terrace and also a lounge area on the side terrace as well. It should be fully functional. I made sure that, I know I said it's floating, but it's as floating as it can be so that your Sims can still get to the house. Because if it's actually full on floating so that the I don't know, it wasn't working in my game, at least. I think it might be because I raised it up a little bit on the foundation, but basically if you raise the foundation up by 1 tick and then make sure that there's water all around the house, your Sim actually can't get onto the foundation. So it's as floating as I could make it without making it look stupid, but I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's floating enough to be able to call it a floating house. Am I making any sort of sense right now? I'm a little bit bombed today, so this is not to complain or anything, by the way, I just want to point that out, but just so you guys know, my mom came home from Norway. She works in Norway, and she took the plane to Copenhagen. I don't live in Copenhagen. I live in Aarhus, which is 3 hours from Copenhagen. I just noticed the microphone was a little bit too close. Sorry about that. But anyway, so as it turns out, the trains are not running the way they should, which means that she was stuck in Copenhagen airport. So I'm sitting here like, well, I'm on vacation right now. Technically, I'm not doing much today other than I was supposed to do this voiceover, so it could have been up yesterday. So I was like, okay, well, I could come pick you up. I have your car right now, so technically I could drive to Copenhagen and pick you up. And she was instantly saying like, no, I'll figure it out. I'll see if I can get another train. Maybe I'll see if I can catch a plane or something else to Aarhus. But as it turns out, none of that was really possible. So I ended up driving for 3 hours, well, 3.5 to Copenhagen and then home again. And I'm so tired now. I'm not used to driving 6 to 7 hours. But my mom had to get home. We have plans tomorrow. We are putting together furniture for my office. The makeover is happening tomorrow, so I needed her to get back home to Aarhus, which is also where she lives. She doesn't live here with me. She has her own apartment somewhere else. But yeah, I needed her to be here in the city because we're doing this tomorrow and she's helping me out. So I helped her out today. And now I'm just tired, but at least she's home, so gotta do what you gotta do for your parents. And apparently I need to go pick her up in a whole other city in the other end of the country, but that's fine. She's home, everything is good, and we're gonna do the office makeover tomorrow. She also promised as payment that she would give me a couple of new plants because she knows that I had to throw out some of the plants because I said that in an earlier video. Was that earlier this week or was it the end of last week? But I had a pest infestation, so I had to get rid of some of my plants, including some of my favorite ones. So she was saying that, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna give you some new plants as well as a thank you. So I'll appreciate that so much, Mom. I'm looking forward to seeing the new plants tomorrow. Thank you. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend though. It's currently Sunday. This was supposed to go up yesterday, Saturday, like I said, but the whole day was just taken away from me. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's good. But I hope you guys had a great Saturday as well. If you did anything fun, let me know. If you did anything not fun, let me know too. At least if you want to tell me. If you don't, that's also fine. Like, I'm not gonna invade your privacy, as if I can force you to write out a comment, whatever. But if you did anything interesting, let me know. And also, if you finished a book this week that you thought was really good, let me know too. I'm currently reading Ace of Spades, which I am thoroughly enjoying. I think I'm actually gonna finish the rest of it tonight, unless I fall asleep on the couch, which at this point would not surprise me. But I don't know, driving for so long just completely drains my energy. I think it's because I'm just focusing so much. My neck starts to hurt as well because I'm like just sitting still, staring. I don't know. I feel like that's how you're supposed to drive. I'm not a nervous driver in any way, but I'm just very focused. So when I'm done driving, I'm just so tired. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to see if I can finish that book. It's so good. It's so interesting. Highly recommend if you're looking for a contemporary book to read, something with a little bit of mystery in it. I was a little bit scared at some point as well, not gonna lie. And it also touches on race issues and stuff like that. So it's a good book, well written too, and it's a debut as well. I'm really impressed. Highly recommend it. Ace of Spades. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember the. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna look it up very quickly. Although I know that I can't pronounce her name, but I'm still gonna look it up. I'm gonna write it on the screen because there's a lot of accents in it, and I don't know how to pronounce them. But highly recommend that you go check that out if you are a bookworm or you're just looking for something to read. It's not a very tough read either, so would highly recommend. But enough book talk. I feel like it's one of those days where I just don't feel like talking about the build, but I also built this last week actually, or yeah, Sunday actually, because I did my last build Monday, the one that's going up tomorrow. I did that Monday, and then I took every day since Tuesday off, except I'm doing voiceovers and I'm still recording Roblox. Basically, I don't have a time off. It's fine. I don't know how to take vacation, but I have a lot more time to just chill because Sims videos builds take a long time to record, so it just means I have to spend less time behind my computer, which I appreciate. It's good to have a little bit of time away from the computer now and then. Ow! I just completely cracked my finger. I don't know if you heard that. Anyway, but as you can probably tell, we are actually done with the exterior and the interior. I don't remember if I ended up changing some of the exterior later on. I really wanted it to have an eco feel to it, so I desperately tried. Don't worry, I have noticed one of the roof pieces is kind of missing a roof trim and some pillars and stuff, but we are gonna get back to that, so don't worry about it. I just needed to get my landscaping idea out of my system before I continue with the rest of the house. So basically what we're doing is we are surrounding the house with a pool, which means that your sim can swim to the land in front of. There's like a little bit of land where there's an opening in the fence, and that's how your sim will get onto the land and then be able to step in onto the platform or onto the foundation, and they can enter the house. If that little piece of land wasn't there, they wouldn't be able to. But I just wanted to make sure that it's functional. I appreciate functionality and everything, my builds being usable for you guys. So it should be fully functional. If there are anything going on with the house is not fully working, let me know. But in my game, it's functional, so I hope it's functional in your game too. It's something that I definitely have decided to prioritize because I love seeing you guys download my houses. I sometimes get tagged on Instagram from people that have downloaded the house, and my houses, and I don't know, I get this fuzzy feeling in my stomach. People using my things, love that. So I always make it a priority to make the houses as functional as possible, which means fully functional. But if there's anything not working, let me know. Other than that, I wanted to cover up the pond a little bit just to make it look a little bit wilder. I wanted to go for a bit of a foresty kind of feel. So I also placed a lot of evergreens at the back of the build. Obviously, it would have looked a little bit more natural if I also put them at the front, but as a YouTuber, I also have to think about the thumbnail, so I can't have trees in front of the house, unfortunately. Not this time, but because I wouldn't be able to take a picture of the house, basically. So that is the thing that you gotta think about when you decide to do YouTube videos. You also have to make sure that the house doesn't look completely hopeless in thumbnail pictures. So even though I feel like, actually, I want to talk a little bit about this because I have this thing, I don't like one-story houses, how they look in thumbnails, except from tiny houses maybe. This one is a bit, I don't know, because it's so wide, but usually I like, for a house this width, I would probably, or this wide, I would probably prefer if it had a second floor to it. I prefer how that would look in a thumbnail, but that's not what the house looks like, so we're just gonna deal with it. But that is the thing, actually. I don't know. It's something to think about when you're building. If you are going into doing YouTube and stuff, thumbnail pictures are definitely important. I'm just saying. It's not everything, of course, and sometimes I also just, I don't want to build for the thumbnail either. I don't like how that looks in game. I want to make sure that the build is well-rounded so that it also looks good in the game, if you get what I mean. So it's not the top of my priority, or on the top of my priority list, but it is something to think about. So no trees in front of the house, unfortunately, but that's basically everything. That's what I decided not to do for the thumbnail, for the sake of the thumbnail. But yeah, I hope you guys will like this house anyway. I don't know, I kind of imagine this to be a little bit more of like a rental or a vacation home or something like that instead of a residential, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it has a bit of a vacation home vibe to it, but that might just be me. It's definitely a bit on the cleaner side. There's not a whole lot of clutter on the interior. It's not very plantsy either. I think the main part of the plantsy vibe that I went with was the wallpaper, because there wasn't a whole lot of space for plants either if it, you know, if I had to make sure that my Sims could move around in the house as well. So the wallpaper had to do it, but that also gives a bit of a rental vibe to it, because you can't have plants in, or at least not a lot of plants in rentals, because how would you take care of them when they're not, you're not living there, you get what I mean? So anyway, but let me know what you guys think. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you like this house. If you do, you can download it off the gallery under my username, which is AvelineYT, and also under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Is that my outro? Is that how I usually say that? That sounded so weird for a second. Anyway, you can also find the tray files on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below and also in the pinned comment. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle videos such as vlogs or videos where I talk about books and other stuff, check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box and also in the pinned comment. And that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
You're pretty, give me your messy, give me your happy, give me your sad. I may be staying, I may be going, I may be